Hello there guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sal speaking. In a real fighting situation, your breathing pattern changes as your heart beats faster and faster. And if you're not trained, you will most likely faint and lose the fight. Bruce Lee was very strict. He trained every day and he consumed the proper food. Bruce Lee never let his work interfere with his training. He would train every day, even though he got sent to India to find locations for filming. He would bring his running shoes with him. When it comes to training, it is very important to change your exercises, because if you don't change it, you'll end up being bored, and you don't want to do this. So first of all, you need to find the motivation to do it every day, and then once you find the motivation, you need to do it every day, and trying to switch different exercises in order to improve and to enjoy your training as well. So when you run, this is something Bruce Lee used to do, but I also did it myself. I used to be a runner, and so whenever I would run, I would change my tempo. So I would just sprint for a few feet, and then I would go back into the normal pace, into the easier running. And this type of exercise really builds up your physical endurance. Bruce Lee ran everywhere. He ran in parks, woods, on the beach. You can run anywhere, it's up to you. I ran on the seashore, I ran up the hill, down the hill. I just tried to run in different types of surface. When I run on the street, because I run on the street, and I tend to go inside the woods. There is a natural reserve close to my house. I run on the street, but I also run inside the natural reserve, and that's really beautiful because the quality of the air is way better. I used to run for 1 hour to 2 hours a day, every day, and so I ran up the hill, and I can't tell you how beautiful. As a runner, I consider myself to be very successful because whenever I would run first with my mind. I knew that running for 3 hours without stopping, it wouldn't be easy. I knew that, but I trained my mind to that. I prepared my mind to that, and so whenever I would run a race, I would run that same race in my mind first, and that made me endure. If you have it clear in your mind, then you can do whatever you like. You can improve in all aspects of martial arts, life, work, study, whatever you think of. Hard work and sacrificing hard really helps. So Bruce Lee, after running, he would go back into his cycling. Like he had an extra cycle, so he would be there, and it would just be exercising at the speed of between 35 and 40 miles per hour. And we just do that. After running, that's really hard. It's not easy to do. Also, skipping the rope is a great exercise. We know that boxers from all over the world practice this amazing and important exercise. So what are the advantages of this exercise? Well, you develop your stamina, you become lighter on your feet, and you improve your leg muscles as well, because of course you're training them, and so your agility improves also. So physiologists have learned by several tests that skipping the rope is actually more beneficial than jogging. 10 minutes of skipping rope is equivalent of 30 minutes running. So don't make me wrong, both exercises are great for your cardiovascular system. If you haven't got time for running, you should consider skipping the rope, because 10 minutes is equivalent of 30 minutes. So if you haven't got 30 minutes to go out and run, just skip the rope for 10 minutes a day and you will take the doctor away. Joking apart, it is really beneficial to your body and to your mind as well. So when we skip rope properly, we learn and improve our balance, our physical balance. First, skip on one foot, holding the other in front of you. Then rotate the foot, and with each revolution, skip on the alternate food. I like to skip on the alternate food. Like I like to skip the rope with both feet. I don't like to jump like this, like all the 2 feet together, but I tend to do like this, you know, to move around. I feel more comfortable with it, but it is important to change your exercises. You might consider to skip the rope in different ways. Feel free to use different exercises to make the exercise less boring. Something important is to minimize your arm swing. I found it harder to move my wrists. So when you are skipping the rope, just make sure that you're not using your arms, because you will end up being more tired with your arms than with your legs. And I have experienced this myself. So make sure that you rotate the wrist properly. When you're jumping, when you're skipping the rope, make sure that you're not like jumping so high, and make sure that you're like slightly, you know, jumping in order to let the rope pass. So just leave a little bit of space between your feet and the floor in order to let the rope pass. A great exercise would be to skip the rope for 3 minutes, which is an equivalent of a round in boxing. Think about you're actually fighting a round in box. So you're actually boxing for 3 minutes. After the 3 minutes end up, you'll take 1 minute rest and then repeat that same exercise for 3 times. So 3 rounds of 3 minutes. So these 3 rounds are sufficient for a good workout. They are very intense and it is fun. You can also like turn on the radio, or you know, you can turn on your TV or whatever, you know, to motivate you to jump and have fun at the same time. So whenever you skip the rope, make sure that you are not doing more than 30 minutes a day. So please don't omit the rest period. That's really important to keep. There are several types of ropes, of skipping ropes. I would say that the best ropes are in leather, although like nowadays there are so many different materials that are used to build ropes. This one, for example, like looks great to me. It looks very nice. I think I'm gonna have fun skipping this rope. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to try it. I'm not gonna show it to you on this video today, but I'm gonna show it to you like maybe in the next videos. It's fun to jump the rope, and it's a great exercise. So additional endurance exercises are shadowboxing and sparring as well. Sparring is hard to do if you haven't got a sparring partner, you know. I haven't got a sparring partner at the moment, but it is important to train with somebody. Also, shadow boxing can be very, very effective, you know. So as you practice shadow boxing, which is an agility exercise, you will develop your speed, you will build up your speed. You will, as you practice it every day, you will discover, you will soon find out that your speed will actually increase. So something important is to be relaxed. You need to relax your body and learn how to move smoothly and easily, you know. Just make sure that you have it clear in your mind, you have the movement clear in your mind, that you punch in the right way. And once you're confident with that, you can build up your speed. So move with lightness on your feet until it becomes natural. Yeah, make sure that you're comfortable, that you feel comfortable, and then when you actually execute the fists and also other techniques, that you're natural, comfortable and relaxed. It is a great idea to start to exercise with shadow boxing in order to loosen your muscles, you know, in order to kind of relax and loosen your muscles. Only by hard and continuous work you will develop endurance. Also, when you train, make sure that you are exhausted at the end. out of breath. If you're not out of breath, it means you're not training hard. It means that you're not training hard enough. To train well, make sure that you are exhausted at the end of your training. Aerobic stamina type exercises should be done gradually and cautiously. Be cautious when you actually start to exercise. For example, running 3 hours is impossible. If you do it, you will hurt yourself. No matter how well you train your mind, just make sure that when you run, you do it gradually. When you are skipping the rope, that you do it gradually. You can't build a house starting from the roof. You need to start from the foundation. So the foundation takes a lot of time, but once you're accustomed with the exercise, once you're familiar with the exercise, and once the exercise becomes part of you and you're natural, and you don't even need to think about whenever you execute a specific type of exercise, then it's gonna be easier for you, and then you can start building up till you reach certain stages and improve your techniques, and you improve yourself as an athlete as well. So according to some medical experts, you lose the benefits of exercise, and if you don't exercise daily, you will break that chain. If you've been running for 20 minutes a day and then you stop for a week or two, just don't go back into running for 20 minutes. Just make sure that you start all over again. So once you break the chain, you need to start all over again. And I agree with it. I've seen this with martial arts. I've seen this practicing karate. My kicks used to be where I used to be able to kick higher, but now, as I haven't trained much recently, I'm not able to reach the same height with my kicks. I know the techniques are still clear in my mind. So if you don't exercise daily, you won't be able to reach certain goals. Something that people who practice sport forget to do a lot of times is to warm up. Before you train, you need to warm up. Just make sure you warm up. You need to do exercises. It is necessary in order to prevent injuries. Your muscles respond differently to different exercises. So make sure that you're doing the right exercises, the ones that are more suitable for yourselves. Don't run faster than you can walk. That's my advice. If you can walk, just keep on walking and learn how to walk faster. If you start training and you want to start running, it's wrong. Just make sure that you start walking properly first, that you walk faster, you build up upon that, and then eventually you'll start running, okay? So today we have learned how important it is to exercise daily, to do aerobic exercises, to train your heart with cardiovascular exercises such as running, skipping the rope, sparring, and shadowboxing as well. But we also need to keep in mind that we need to warm up in the right way, and the flexibility really can make a difference. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you feel sad, you better call Sal. Bye bye!